The auxiliary control room view screen is still operating. It is displaying a view of empty space. Damage from the battle has disabled the ship's main computer. This is the impulse power allocation control. Indicators currently show no power output from the impulse engines. These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no condition to move under her own power. These are Federation standard record decks. This is a standard input-output slot for record decks. This is a standard input-output slot for record decks. This is a standard input. This is a standard input. These are the auxiliary. Kirk is dismayed by the damage that was done to auxiliary control. McCoy wishes that Mr. Scott were here. Ensign Keege doesn't see the need for a security escort. Spock wishes that Mr. Scott were here.
What a mess. I wonder what we can do to fix this.
I'm glad this isn't the Enterprise.
If there's anything I can do, sir, just ask.
I believe nothing needs to be said, Captain.
This is a set of engineering technical journals. You take the record decks.
Captain's log. Stardate 6087.6. The Republic is currently approaching the Vardane system. Sensors have detected unusual energy fluctuations near one of the Vardanian moons. Starfleet has ordered us to investigate.
You fail to obtain anything. Nothing happens.
Captain, I have examined the engineering journals. According to Chapter 18, we can run...
Jim, do we really need a lesson in starship engineering?
Spock, just tell me if they will help.
Why, yes, Captain. I believe nothing needs to be said, Captain. I believe nothing needs to be said, Captain. I have memorized all pertinent data, Captain. There is no need to re-examine the journals.
You fail to obtain anything. 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 These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no condition to move under her own power.
Spock, what is the situation with the impulse engines?
There is currently no power to be allocated from the engines. This turbo lift.
You connect a length of cable between the regulator circuits in the junction box.
I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain. Captain, this is the fusion mixture regulator for the impulse engines. There is currently no power running to it.
Please select an impedance.
Spock?
Captain, the information obtained from the engineering journals indicates the correct impedance setting to be 19,000 ohms.
Go ahead and adjust the settings, Spock.
Power has now been restored, Captain. There has been a 0.0003 degradation in hull integrity in the last hour. There should be no danger, Captain.
Remind me to compliment Mr. Scott on the efficiency of his engineering section.
Given that Mr. Scott has received a Starfleet citation on 5 occasions for efficiency, I do not see the logic in your suggestion, Doctor.
This reminds me of a poem I read when I was a child. I am Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair.
You have good reason to despair here, Jim.
Tragic, Captain. This is one of the greatest disasters in Starfleet history.
Captain, there is no power allocated to the transporter. I believe nothing needs to...
These are the auxiliary helm.
Spock, what is the situation with the impulse engines?
The main computer is too badly damaged to actively control the power circuits. I fail to see the...
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
There currently is no power being allocated to the weapons system. Even if there was a power source, the damage to the main computer is enough to prevent power allocation to that system.
Mr. Spock, what is the status of the ship's computer?
There is extensive damage to the main processing unit of the ship's computer. It will take several days at a starbase to repair.
We don't have several days, Mr. Spock.
Unless we can find a suitable computational alternative, there will be no way to control the ship's systems.
That's just great, Spock. We don't exactly carry an M5 computer in our inventory.
Correct, Doctor. However, there may be another alternative. Linked tricorders, along with the circuits in the data reader, should have the processing power necessary to control a single starship system.
Thank goodness for parallel processing. I don't know what computers could do without it.
Spock crudely attaches the science tricorder to the computer console. Spock crudely attaches the medical tricorder to the computer console.
Both tricorders are rigged into the main computer's central processing unit. We now have enough computational power to control a single ship's system.
Captain, look! An Alassi ship!
That ship was cloaked.
Fascinating.
Is that all you can say?
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shields.
An Alasi frigate is visible on the view screen. Though silent now, you know it is ready to attack at a moment's notice.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons.
Power allocated to weapon systems, Captain.
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shields. The torpedo warning systems are showing a malfunction in the torpedo loading bay.
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
Weapons control is functioning properly. However, there appears to be a jam in the primary loading mechanism. Captain, the torpedo loading system is malfunctioning. To clear it, we will have to physically examine the mechanism. Currently, all turbolift access to the torpedo bay is blocked by a hull breach. It is imperative that we get the weapons online. With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons. Shields.
Shields are up, sir.
Captain, we are being hailed by the Alasi, Captain.
Put it on screen, Spock.
Well, if it isn't Captain Kirk. Fancy meeting you out here all alone in such a shabby starship.
What do you want?
You should be more civil, considering your Enterprise is far away on a mercy mission helping that poor traitor.
It was a setup?
I can see why they made you Captain.
I assume since you haven't blasted us to bits, you want something.
Why, yes I do. It seems you failed to give one of my associates some rather important information.
The Masada, I presume. You want the locations of all your imprisoned comrades?
Yes, Kirk. The Republic's computers will have the data just as your Enterprise would. I give you 1 minute to comply.
Just try and get it. You can't threaten me. It will take time. The controls are smashed and the main computer's badly damaged. It will take hours to get power to the computer banks.
Maybe I should just pump a few torpedoes into your shields and check it out for myself.
The Republic will fall apart if you fire on us. Then you'll never get the data.
All right, Kirk. We'll do it your way. I would rather not kill you. Besides, as an old friend that wants to meet you, I give you 30 minutes. And remember, no tricks.
Captain, the main computer is far beyond...
Shut up, Spock.
30 minutes then. Kirk out. Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
There is no power allocated to the weapons system, Captain.